Hello, I'm Resonator Zen. A couple of news stories I'm going to talk about. Number one on my list is how a 5-year-old boy took money out of his safe that was left open at his house. Took $105,000, or about that much. Basically, went to a store, bought his friends and shit clothes and useless shit in Russia or some country, I don't remember. I didn't see what it said in the article. But the father, Slobodan, not to be confused with the mass murderer dictator, basically didn't notice that the money was gone until his son came back with his friends with arms full of shopping bags. And the father says, I must have left the safe open and he just took the money. Here's a question I have. How did the kid get from his house to the store? Just a question. Because it seems it didn't explain that in the article I was reading. Just because, just wondering how a 5-year-old kid gets to a department store by himself and a bunch of kids. Well, not by himself, but surrounded by a bunch of kids and nobody asks a question. The father is having the cops investigate why tellers would let the kid buy anything to begin with, and I think it's because he had so much money on him that they didn't ask questions. Number two that I'm going to talk about. Number two is really, really funny because it involves a woman making a horrible, horrible discovery. This woman calls the cops because she hears a blood-curdling scream. But you have to realize she lives in Arizona and it's basically time for some elk. The cops knew this. They basically figured it out by the description and stuff. And this woman didn't. She called the cops, thought it was an attack or something. Didn't realize it was a male elk, scaring away other male elk and calling in females so I can get some bonage. That is really, really funny. Really, really retarded, but really, really funny. It would have been really funny. She heard the blood-curdling scream, looked out the window, saw 2 elks screwing on her fucking backyard. That would have been priceless. That would have been funny, sad, all in one package. Here's another story that I find really, really funny, yet really, really fucking stupid. An Israeli town is using DNA technology, or is using it, to find dogs that are shitting on sidewalks in Israel. It's a town near Tel Aviv, the Petah Tikva, which is the town near Tel Aviv that are using DNA technology to find dogs that are shitting on sidewalks. That's just, come on. A, people should be picking up after the dogs. B, I don't think you should really take it to that length to find dogs who are shitting on the fucking sidewalk. I think just cleaning the shit off would suffice for keeping the area clean. And if you really want to catch the person, don't waste money. Just wait there, see if someone walks by, a dog takes a shit, you arrest them, or you beat them up. I don't know how you get the message into them not to let their dog shit on a sidewalk, but that's really, really funny. There's actually a question that it says at the bottom of the article. It's a question raised. Is this a reasonable solution or a crapload of wasted time and resources? That question alone is really, really funny. But seriously, are people really that outraged by dog shit that they gotta use resources just to find dogs that are taking shits on a sidewalk in a town outside of the capital of Israel? Okay, that's really a little bit screwy for me, but hey, it's Israel. I'm not saying Israel is bad, I'm just saying, yeah, basically. And yeah, and here's another story that's really outrageous. The headline reads: Uganda seeking miniskirt ban to reduce traffic accidents. Bans on cell phones used while driving have recently spurred legislation in the United States, but in East Africa it's not ubiquitous communication is such that legal legislation is worried about. It's women's clothes, and because I guess miniskirts are causing trouble in Uganda. Mr. in Uganda has said that women wearing miniskirts in the street are essentially walking around naked, and that they are responsible in part for distracting drivers and causing traffic accidents. Nasaba Butoro is blaming some male drivers in his country for being weak mentally. He's trying to get skirts declared indecent under Ugandan law, which would allow authorities to fine or otherwise punish offenders. Don't punish the women who are wearing miniskirts. Punish the dumb, shitting, fucking idiot drivers who are causing accidents by looking at girls' asses and women's asses. It's not the miniskirt that's the problem. It's the men who are just going, I'm going to look at the miniskirt and not pay attention and get into an accident, okay? And I get it, this is another country, different laws, but really, I think that goes for... I'm not, basically. Well, I'm not judging them, I'm just saying, really? If you find a naked person, this is a quote that's in here. If you find a naked person, you begin to concentrate on the makeup of that person, and yet you're driving, he said. These days you hardly know who is a mother from a daughter. They're all naked. They're all not naked, they're just wearing miniskirts. Now, if they were actually walking around naked, okay, I understand you'd find these people, but really. Okay. This is another question here's a question that was raised by the article. What's more distracting to male drivers, the cell phone or the miniskirt? Okay, that was just some strange news I found on the AOL homepage and just decided to go make a video. So, post comments about the various topics. I want to see what your reactions are to those. If you video response, comment, rate my video. But yeah, it's what it is. I just basically was looking for news and I just found crazy fucking news from everywhere. But I'm Resonator Zen. I'm off like a prom dress. See you guys later. And once again, I don't have an inky blackness to fade into, so I'm gonna have to walk into the sun and either disintegrate or get severely burned. So